Hi everyone, it's Susan. I'm just going to show you a couple of things about setting up a new document in Photoshop CC 2015 and how we can set things up properly for either print or web. We're going to see a lot of different options for mobile here, but we're not going to get into those too much right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to File, I'm going to open it and go to New, or you can see this actually means Command. So I can also do Command New. As you can see, this opens it up and I have a couple of options here. I have my name. I'm going to go ahead and put this in as Test 1. Document type, artboard, and then we have the advanced color profile settings. We're not going to go use artboards today. Artboards are really nifty. They make it so that you can have multiple documents under one document. Multiple pieces of art in one document. But I'm going to set this for US paper and we'll see how that changes. So US paper is different than international paper sizes, which we can see we also have international paper sizes here as well. And we also have photo paper sizes. We're going to stick to US paper sizes since we're in the US for now. US paper sizes under here you can see are letter, legal, and tabloid. These are what are standard paper sizes and for most copiers, or if you are taking something to a printer, you'll often see these sizes. So letter is 8.5 by 11, legal is 8.5 by 14, and tabloid is 11 by 17. And you can see that these are in inches since we are doing these under print sizes and paper sizes. I'm going to go back up to letter, and you can also see resolution size here. It's important to note the resolution size for paper is 300 pixels per inch. You may also hear this referred to as DPI, which is dots per inch. Dots per inch and pixels per inch are used pretty much interchangeably. Pixels per inch are on screen, dots per inch are on printed paper. For high-end printing purposes, there is a slight difference, but we don't need to get into that right now. So for a high-end quality document, 300 is the resolution you want to shoot for. You won't always be able to do a 300 document, so the minimum is 150. 150 is the absolute minimum you can go on a standard printer for print size. If you look over here, you'll also see the image size as far as how big it is in megabytes. So we also want to be aware of this. This would be one reason why we would want to go lower, because in some cases we may not have the capacity, or the images we're using are just too big to fit. So we need to reduce size, would be reducing our pixels per inch. So for here, we can start our document either at 150, 300, or somewhere in between. I think I'm going to leave it at 300 for now, and we can demonstrate some things about pixels per inch in the next section. We also have color mode. I'm going to leave this as RGB color for now. You could also do CMYK color, bitmap and grayscale. We want to stay away from bitmap and grayscale unless we have a reason to work with it. Same with loud color, that's a little bit more advanced color technique. CMYK is what our printer is going to print from, but most of the time images will convert better from an RGB document than they will a CMYK document, unless you have a color workflow set up for that. We also have 8-bit, 16-bit, and 32-bit. We're going to leave this at 8-bit for now. This just has to do with how many colors can actually be represented in the document. My background color, I can have my background color be whatever the background color is over here, white or transparent. So I am going to leave this as white for now. Our advanced color profile settings. This is something that I'm going to talk about a little bit more in depth in another section of this lesson, of this training. But for now, we're going to keep working sRGB ICE 1966 2.1. This is a web color space. You can either, or we can set it to Don't Manage or Adobe 1998, or any of these others depending on what our final destination is. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and set this to Adobe RGB 1998 since it is an in-destination print document. I can also change my pixel ratio. This has to do, again, with if your in document is going to be a handheld device or a broadcast device, you may want to change your pixel ratio. But for us, who are going to be doing things either in print or on web, we're going to leave our pixel ratio alone. And I'm going to go ahead and press OK. And now I've got a document to start with. Hey everyone, I just wanted to go over one more thing about setting up documents over what we just talked about. So if I go up to File, I go up to New, you can see I have all of these other presets here. So we went through all of the options for US paper. If I was going to do something for web, mobile, film, or iconography in this case being designing icons for web and for virtual environments. If I go up here to web, you can see it already has all sorts of presets for the most common web environments, web minimum, which is self-explanatory, all these different web spaces that are pretty common out there right now. So if you knew that you were going to be designing for MacBook Pros, then you can go ahead and set your size here. When you're doing artwork, it's really good to set above what you think you're going to be doing, especially if you think that you are going to be using this artwork in multiple places. It's important to design up and then save out down. But just so you know, if you are going to resize to a certain size and you're not sure exactly what the pixel width is, width and depth is for the MacBook Pro, it's nice to know that there is a preset that's already in Photoshop for you right now. That's it. Thanks.